What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the boxing clinic. Got a nice little catalog of videos coming Monday. But I'm gonna roll this on Monday. I'm gonna roll this on my Sunday video thing, I'm gonna pop out do another Sunday videos. But a lot of people want to know who Danny Garcia wants to fight next, or who should he fight next, or best options. Got a few options here. His father last night was talking about retirement. They want Danny to retire. Maybe that's just the heat of the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if he bowed out and did retire. Not so much with the loss. The loss could have caused it, but what else can he do in the sport of boxing, really? He done right with his money. They own businesses. They invested. They took their family out of poverty. What more does he really have to fight for? What do we have to prove? Unless he wants to continue to build a resume to be a Hall of Famer. Now, if he wants to come back for the love of money, I think the best option out there might be Marquez, but he doesn't have a belt, so that's why I didn't put Juan Marquez up there. Now, if he was to win tonight, I think a lot of people wanted to win last night. They want him to fight the Kell Brook Errol Spence winner. But that Marquez fight would have brought a lot of money, especially with Al and Bob now on working terms. And I think it's going to get a lot better in the near future with that relationship. But if he's about the money, I think Tim Bradley would happily fight him. They're in similar situations. Tim Bradley is thinking about bowing out of the sport as well. So he's going to get some cushion, some retirement money cushion. I think he's just looking for big name, big fights. I think that should be his number one priority if he's looking to bow out of the sport and looking for an exit as his father wants him to. If he's ready to lead the sport, I think that's a nice farewell fight. Or if he wants, he only usually fights twice a year, so that's a nice farewell fight. Now, if you're talking about he wants to continue to fight and he wants a soft touch, then I think Sam Eglinton, who just knocked out Paulo Malignaggi today, I think that's somebody who's ranked in the WBC top 10. If he's still in the top 10 and still wants to compete for the WBC, I think that's a guy that's a good comeback fight for him, a good name. He's coming off a good victory. I don't know how quick Eglinton wants to come back, but I know Danny's probably going to come back fall, winter, because he's going to fight at least one more time this year if he continues to fight. Now, the fight that probably, the most high risk on here, low reward, would be Felix Diaz. He's a guy who's just looking to fight anybody. He says Top Rank was lying about the offer they made him to fight Terrence Crawford. He'll get in there no matter where they want to fight. He'll fight Danny in his backyard. And that's a high risk, low reward fight for Danny, but he's a name that's out there. But I think he's the lowest among these options to get that fight next. The fight that could happen, that might make a lot of sense, that almost happened, with Jesse Vargas and Danny Garcia. I think that's a nice little fight for him. If, he wants one more fight, solid fight, and then he wants to, then in 2018, end up retiring on his way he wants to leave out with a world title, in 2018, why not fight Jesse Vargas? And in 2017, I think he's going to get a tune-up pretty soon. That makes sense. He's a Mexican with a name on the West Coast. Danny's a dude, Puerto Rican on the East Coast with a name. That's a perfect fight for him. It's a winnable fight for both guys. Both guys wouldn't mind taking the fight. Nice build-up fight. Now, if they want to come back and truly make a statement about, how they want to come back and make an impact in the sport of boxing and get back on that road that the team DSG was on, I think fighting Terrence Crawford would be that fight. I think that's a big, big fight for both guys. I think Terrence Crawford is looking to cross over and get some popularity, get some, notoriety on PBC. That'll be a nice mix. And I think Bob would like to use that platform if Al will let him, because he's putting on fights on pay-per-view top rank stream that should be free fights. Really fights that nobody really wants to see at this point. But I think, Terrence Crawford, that's a good move for him. I think it's a nice little money for him. Danny made $2 million a night. I think Crawford and him can make a $2 million, $3 million fighting on free TV. If they want to bring him over to HBO's already familiar with them. So, that's a big money fight right there if he wants to come back and really make a statement. Now, the fight that probably makes the most sense out of all of these fights right here is probably fighting the winner of Sean Porter and Andre Berto. He almost fought Berto for this fight. Matter of fact, I think the Berto fight was dated for the fight he fought Keith Thurman March 4th. If Berto, beats Sean Porter, that'll be a solid fight for him to come back with. If Sean Porter beats Berto, that's another fight to come back with. And both styles of each guy is good because neither one of them going to run around the ring. They're going to come to him and make an exciting fight and not exploit, Danny's inability to cut off the ring. So these are just a few options for DSG to come back with. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow with the Boxing Clinic. We go.